Hi everyone and welcome back to grade 12 math with Mr. Simons. Right, in this lesson we're looking at arithmetic sequence and series. We're looking at the past exam question November 2023 and November 2021. Right, so yeah, I've already typed it out where we have the question and we're solving, so follow. You can re-practice them on your own. Right, so November 2023. They say given the arithmetic series 7 plus 12 plus 17 plus, so they specify arithmetic. So it has a common difference. 12 minus 7 gives me 5. 17 minus 12 gives me 5. Determine the value of term 91. So A equals 7. D, as I said, term 2 minus term 1. 12 minus 7 gives me 5. So A is 7. N, don't know, and D is 5, or N is 91. So 91 and 91. 91 minus 90 gives me minus 1 gives me 90. Does that I give you the answer before I even subtract? 91 minus 1 gives me 90. 90 times 5 gives me 450. 450 plus 7 gives me 457. So 1 mark for substituting N correctly. 1 mark for A and T correct. 1 mark for the final answer. 2.1.2, so instead of term now we want sum to 91 terms. So the sum formula is n equal n over 2 in brackets 2 times a plus n minus 1 times d, close brackets, right? So a is 7, d is 5, but n, they said sum 91, so n is 91, so there 91 divided by 2 and n 91 minus 1. 5 times 90 plus 14 times 91 over 2 then gives me 21,112. So 1 mark for correct substitution, 1 mark for final answer. So that's very basic. But yeah, we always have that basic questions where if you know your work, you can get marks. Let's look at the next question. So still on November 2023, calculate the value of n for which Tn equal 517. So now we're saying to you the Tn formula. The last term currently is 517 and we want to know what term that is. So Tn equal A plus n minus 1 times D, where A is 7. Alright, D is 5 from the previous, but now Tn equal 517. So 5 times n gives me 5n, 5 times minus 1, negative 5. If I take 7 over 517 minus 7 gives me 510. Take negative 5 over 510 plus 5 would give me 515. 515 divided by 5 then gives me 103. So term 103 equal 517. 1 mark for substituting 517 correctly. 1 mark for substituting A and T correctly. And 1 mark for final answer. Right, let's look at the next question. Right, so November 2021. Consider the linear pattern. So linear and arithmetic sequence, same thing. No? So linear pattern 5, 7, 9. So linear pattern, constant second difference, 5 plus 2, 7. 7 plus 2 is 9. So my first term, which is also the first letter of the alphabet, A equal 5. T is term 2 minus term 1, so 7 minus 5 gives me 2. Right, so Tn, term 51, Tn equal A plus n minus 1 times D. A is 5, D is 2, but n there is 51. So term 51, n become 51. 51 minus 1 gives me 50. 50 times 2 gives me 100, plus 5 gives me 105. So 2 marks, 1 for A and D, and 1 for N correctly being substituted. 1 mark for your answer. Calculate the sum of the first 51 terms. Alright, so as I say in this, we're just looking at the basic things where we can get 5 to 6 mark. So sum formula is n equal n over 2, 2a plus n minus 1 times d. So for the first 51 terms, so n is 51, a was 2, right? And there t was 2. Now a was 5 here. My apologies, typing error. Right, so 2 times 5, 10. 50 times 2 gives me 100. 110 times 51 over 2 then gives me 2, 6, 25. So excuse there, that should read 5. So 1 mark for substitution and 1 mark for final answer. Right, so hope you enjoyed the lesson. God bless. Wish you nothing but the best. Bye.